Good afternoon. My name is Maria Stenkamp, and for this teaching discussion, we're going to go over a little bit of gastrointestinal physiology, more specifically, a subject that I find really interesting, one of the processes of the liver known as biotransformation. And so we'll start with a brief overview of what biotransformation is, then go into its two phases, and then by the end, hopefully we'll be able to summarize the importance and phases of biotransformation. And so whenever I'm learning something new, I like to start with an example with funny pop culture references, and that'll just help me actively recall the scenario and be able to use it for future reference. And so I'm going to bring a friend that hopefully we all love and recognize, and that's Snoopy. And in this scenario, Snoopy is a 14-year-old beagle that suffers from arthritis, and he's going to be dosed with something known as meloxicam, which will help his arthritis. And it's hidden in his favorite foods of root beer and cookies, just to make sure that it gets to his circulatory system after being digested and is taken to the liver. And so we know biotransformation is a process that happens in the liver, and the liver is a pretty blood-heavy organ. It's always receiving blood and circulating it and filtering it. And essentially, when biotransformation takes place, it's a group of reactions that biochemically modify any chemical compounds that reach the liver and make them into non-toxic byproducts that are then easily excretable by our kidneys in the form of urine. So we'll just draw some little kidneys there as an idea to remember. And so in our scenario where Snoopy has been dosed with the meloxicam and it's finally reached his liver, we'll begin with the first phase of biotransformation, in this phase 1, or the oxidative phase. There we go. And in this oxidative phase, that meloxicam will reach the endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria of the liver cells and be altered by something called cytochrome P450, which is an enzyme and the main metabolite of the liver. And this will cause an oxidative reaction. And we know oxidation reactions can be hydroxylation, carboxylation, so the addition of an OH group or a COOH group. And since this first phase is a chemical alteration, it prepares it, the byproducts from the meloxicam, to be more receptive to phase 2 of biotransformation, which is the conjugative phase. So just like with phase 1, where the name already alludes to what's going to happen, we know conjugation means the addition of something. And in phase 2, we'll have the addition of large polar molecules to those byproducts from phase 1 that have been made ready for phase 2. And we want to add large polar molecules because it makes that byproduct more water soluble. Since we know that polar things are hydrophilic, and one of the fundamental principles of water is that like dissolves like, and we need it to be water soluble so that it can be then excreted by the kidneys. Form of urine. So in our first phase, we have a chemical alteration of our meloxicam. All those byproducts then get taken to phase 2, where we'll have a large polar molecule or polar group added that will make it more water soluble and more excretable by the kidneys. And then as a result, our friend Snoopy will have to urinate a little bit more. And the conjugative phase is also important in that it protects Snoopy's liver and kidneys from retaining that meloxicam for too long and the byproducts for too long and make him very sick. We want to get rid of the things that we don't need in excess. And so in this video, we've highlighted that biotransformation is an important process by the liver to create non-toxic byproducts that are then water-soluble and easy to excrete and keep our friend Snoopy pretty healthy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, or if there's something you'd like me to talk about a little bit more, don't hesitate to send an email. Thank you for your time.